Welcome back to another Dororo review. Today is episode 20. I'm Justin.
What is up? I'm Logan.
And together we're Cal Shock. As always, going to discuss the episode and give our scores at the end. You ready to jump on into this?
I'm ready.
So, yeah, just kind of start
This
off
was
here with.
kind of a. I was just gonna say it was kind of back to our original Dororo roots of we have an issue of a demon, and then pretty much Hyakumaru and them are there to kill it.
Yeah.
Like it kind of felt like early Dororo.
That's a good way to describe it. We do get a little bit of Tohamaro and a destroyed village. Hugo is fine. So,
Right.
is now confirmed he's not dead or whatever. Whereas last time it left off, it could have been either way. And we do get to see a little bit of the statue at the Hall of Hell or whatever is letting out like heartbeats, and it's starting to react more and more.
Right. I feel like something bad's coming out of that thing.
Yeah,
Like...
definitely. The final demon, man.
The final boss demon.
Yeah, like you said, standard episode with Hyakumaru and Dororo as they're going. They are approached by someone who's calling himself a demon hunter, which we haven't really seen other demon hunters besides kind of like the old guitarist.
Right.
Who's also in this episode at one point. Actually.
He always just shows up. He's always just there.
Yeah, he shows up pretty shortly after, Hunter explains how his mother was kind of eaten, but we see kind of why that happened. As
right, that was very messed up.
He was like, "Oh, I'm gonna take my mother to safety, take her to a doctor because she's ill." But then they come across the demon, and it's like he basically kills her to survive.
Right, he's pretty much sacrificed her in order to get away.
Yeah, when he goes back to his village, her arm was still attached to him.
Dude, that was so messed up. I was like, God, that would haunt me forever. First of all, I'd hope I would not, just leave someone you care about behind like that, but
she was really old, to be fair. So it's like, she's lived a long life. I could still live.
Right.
Bye, Mom.
Jesus. It kind of plays into because like the twist is like he's kind of working with the demon, or he kind of like feeds people to it, which I think it kind of comes across as, because when that happened to him, he's like, oh, I had no choice, like I couldn't do anything, like it would happen to anyone. I think he's trying to he's trying to convince himself like if anyone was in that situation, they'd do the same, because obviously he feels guilty. It's just like, that's why he feeds so many people to it. He's like, oh, look, see, they also died to it.
Yeah,
like,
when he took the whole village with him and they all got shredded, and it's like,
right,
and he's never seen anybody.
It's a weird way to, it felt like he was trying, like, coping with it. Like, that's what he did to cope, like, with the loss of his mother, just like convincing himself like, oh, no one could beat this thing, so why was I expected to?
Yeah, and that's what kind of breaks when like Hyakumaru goes back and fights the demon, and he's like, why are you not scared? And he's like so confused as to why Hyakumaru is like, first of all, Hyakumaru's been doing this for a long time. He can't even see what it looks like exactly, so he can't really just sees a red blob. He ain't gonna be scared. It's like, he's not, and like the guy even comes to, he's like, you're not even human. It's like he kind of is not. No, like
you're right. He's like, not human.
He'll eventually be human, but right now he's not. He's
like half demon.
Yeah, in a way. Half demon, half human. His fighting style is definitely not like everyone else. Kind of fights like normal, kind of like human style wise, and then he's just out here super leaping, doing all this crazy shit.
He seems to be like enhanced physically and strength wise, which is probably the demon side, or like the demon power that kind of runs through him. But yeah, he was like, he wasn't gonna stop fighting it. He's like, I want my body back.
Like, exactly. Yeah, he's doing it to get stuff back. I mean, like, and I mean, the demon eventually eats the hunter, gains some wings, but it just got killed off screen. So,
right, that was strange. Like, like he beat it or whatever, or he was beating it, or he kind of beat it, and then it ate the guy, evolved, and then we beat it off screen.
Yeah,
I was like, all
but
right.
again, he got no body part, just like the with the fox spirit, as Dororo mentioned. Still not quite sure why, uh, fully.
Yeah, I don't know the reason why, and I can't really think of one. We did see a small glimpse, like the inside of Hyakumaru seems to be becoming more red. It looked like it seemed like it was taking him over, which I don't know if that's the thirst of when he wants to kill things so bad he wants his body back, but it
Yeah,
doesn't seem necessarily evil to kill demons, right?
the well, the pro what I think is what borderline here is he's determined to go after Daigo directly and
True.
kill Daigo to get his body back. But I don't know if killing Daigo will get his body back because the demons have already taken the part of the deal. They took part of him, so kill it like, and it seems like
Right.
the deal's already off. Especially like Hyakumaru's mother keeps missing with the goddess statue being torn. Like the deal's off, uh,
Right.
and it's like so it's like going after Daigo might not do anything at this point, and I think that's what's going to be like where Dororo is going to have to keep him from going over the threshold, or even after that point, because it's like when he kills Daigo, I think he'll learn that he won't get the body back, and that might mess with him more.
Right. It's quite a conflict because I mean, obviously anyone would want their body back, especially when like it was basically given away in a trade. So I can't blame Hyakumaru for wanting to, get it back no matter the cost. But I don't know. He looked he looked like he was ready to murder Daigo on the spot there at the end. He's like, I'm going right to
Oh,
him.
and
Like,
anyone that gets in his way.
right. He's just. It does look like he's out for blood, which I mean, Daigo did do it to him, so I can understand why.
I think we're going to start coming to that threshold of where Jukai was mentioning he needs someone near him to make sure he stays human or becomes human or whatever. I think that's where we're going to start seeing if Dororo can be that factor or
Right.
not.
I really, really hope we don't get like a tragic ending where something happens to, Dororo and like he just becomes pretty much a full on demon of some sort. Like that would be
I
awful.
feel like it'd be like Dororo sacrificing herself to keep Hyakumaru going over, and it's like gonna
That
take
could
that could be
happen.
the other route too, where it's like
You never know with the show. I mean, there's been some tragic moments, so I don't feel like anyone's safe right now.
yeah, it doesn't seem like this could have a happy ending. This could not have a happy ending.
Right.
All of
I could.
Hyakumaru's family might die. Tohamaru might be dying. Uh, Daigo might be dying. The mother might be okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be there's gonna be some bloodshed. I don't know whose blood is gonna be shed, but it's gonna happen in these next 2 or 3 episodes or how many are left.
I think it's 26, right?
Is it 26? It
Uh,
could be. I can't remember. I know it was mentioned before. I'm gonna guess 24 to 26. That's usually
I'm pretty sure last time you said it was 26, if I recall correctly.
okay.
And
That
I
could be
was like,
true.
really? Oh, okay, webcam, I'm back. But that does it for the episode, really.
Yeah. You want to jump in? Yeah, let's just jump into scores. I'm gonna answer for you.
Yeah, let's do. I
um. Hmm.
think I'll give it like a 6.5, maybe. Like it is kind of like the standard going on. And it's just it kind of feels like we're starting to get like slightly dragged out as a show. Maybe I feel like if it is 26, I feel like that's gonna be too many episodes. Um,
Right.
just because we kind of been hopping back and forth between this. Like this episode was more on point towards the progress, so we've had some episodes before this that wasn't. But again, it's like yeah, we had. I do really like the story of kind of like the hunter. Just kind of show like how if you're not someone with demonic powers, you ain't gonna have a chance. As like
Right.
back to the good old samurai ways, chopping off some limbs. This time having to be his mother.
Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Yeah, I agree with the 6.5. It was very standard. It felt like early Dororo. It did have like I did like the story of the demon hunter guy. Like it was like a different perspective. He definitely was struggling with what happened. Tons of guilt there. Like I don't blame him, because if someone would do that, I'm sure it'd haunt them for quite some time. It does kind of feel a bit dragged out, as you said. Like it's kind of weird because like we were on this path of him getting his powers. We're learning like why, like, oh, this is the reason. These are the demons he's trying to get to. Like this is what's going on, and then we kind of jump to the treasure, and then we jump back. It's like it doesn't feel like connected very. It doesn't feel very fluid, if that makes sense. I feel like they just kind of threw the treasure in there to maybe have a happy ending.
Possibly, yeah. I see. It's not very linear, I guess, in a way.
Right. It's not awful. It just feels like I feel like they could have definitely wrapped up the entire story in like 18-ish episodes. Would be my somewhere
I would
around
agree
there.
with that. Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully we get a Daigo confrontation next episode. That'd be nice. I really hope it's not 26, because it would definitely feel dragged. Because I feel like he made like this declaration, like I'm going straight for Daigo, and then if we have another episode of a random demon, it just kind of feel off. So
yeah,
hopefully
it's kind of like I kind of want to say like what you did for Rising the Shield Hero, right? Where it kind of started off kind of high, but then as we kept going, it started coming like down. And
right.
That's kind of how this show is. Like I really enjoyed it in the beginning, and now it's kind of like not as where it was.
I agree. I definitely agree. Anyway,
that does it.
It's spiel time.
As always, you don't want us to feed your mothers to demons. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. Just demon that's mother true. Feeding time.
It would be their fault if they didn't click like and subscribe. So can't blame us.
Yeah, exactly.
We gave you the
opportunity,
the offer.
And if you didn't take it, well, bye, mother.
Oh my god.
Until next time, peace out.
See ya.